Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Now, for a moment of silence. Thank you.
This is Mariner TV, brought to give you the most reliable and trustworthy news. And it starts now.
Today is Monday, April 1st.
Hello Mariners, just a reminder from administration. Please make sure you are continuing to adhere to the dress code. Shorts need to be at mid-thigh, pants need to be secured with a belt, and there are no hats or hoods allowed to be worn on campus, especially with the weather warming up. Thank you in advance for helping us out with this.
Attention Mariners, just a reminder for Mr. Monteleone that cologne and perfume are not allowed to be sprayed on campus except in a locker room. Many students suffer from allergies and this makes it even worse for them. If you have any questions, please go to Mr. Monteleone for clarification. Thanks in advance for following the school rule.
It's time to send it over to Wyatt with sports.
Thank you, Lincoln, and thank you for watching your Mariner Sports. Now, starting off in baseball, we had 15 games, including the Royals beating the Twins 11-0 and the Yankees beating the Astros 4-3. Tonight, there's 14 games, including the Rockets versus Cubs and the Tigers versus the Mets. For basketball, we had 10 games, including the Heat versus the Wizards 119-100 and the Mavericks versus the Rockets 125-107. Tonight, there's 6 games, like the Celtics versus Hornets and the Hawks versus the Bulls. For hockey last night, it was just this one game, the Canucks versus the Ducks 3-2, but tonight there's 8 games, including the Kings versus Jets and the Oilers versus Blue. That's all for your Mariner Sports. Back to you, anchors.
Thanks, Wyatt. Murdoch Middle School will be having a month-long attendance competition throughout the month of April. Different challenges will be occurring so students can have multiple chances to win a reward.
Each week we'll focus on a different period, and the class with the best attendance will receive a different reward. Week 1 will focus on period 1, and this reward will be donuts for the class. Week 2 will focus on period 2, and the reward will be brownies. Week 3 will focus on period 6, and the reward will be cupcakes. Week 4 will focus on period 7, and the reward will be cookies.
Throughout the month of April, there will also be a grade level competition. Whichever grade level has the best attendance will receive an ice cream party. Standings will be announced weekly here on Mariner Studios.
If you have perfect attendance for the month of April, meaning not tardies, you will be entered into a raffle to pie one of the following adults: Mr. Monteleone, Dr. Moore, Ms. Edwards, Ms. Kramer, or Officer Morris.
Students with perfect attendance for April will also receive a special lunch. If the entire school has an average of 94% attendance for the month of April, Mr. Monteleone will dye his hair and his beard blue. There will also be a reward given out at lunches. All rewards will be given out on May 3rd.
Here are some words about today's weather from Max.
Thank you, anchors, and thank you for watching your Mariner weather. Today we will have a high of 85 and a low of 66. We will have partly cloudy skies with a 2% chance of rain and 11-mile-per-hour winds. Our high temperatures for the week start in the mid-80s, rise to the high 80s, and descend into the high 70s. And our low temperatures for the week start in the mid-60s, descend to the low 60s and rise back up to the mid 60s and then fall back down into the mid 50s. As you can see, there is a lot of cloud coverage around Port Charlotte. Back to you, anchors.
Thanks, Max. Today's word of the day is eclectic, which means selecting what seems best of various styles or ideas.
Attention Mariners, Port Charlotte High School cheerleading tryouts are this week on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Please make sure you have your physical turned in. See Ms. Gibbs if you have any questions.
Thursday's trivia question was, who is the Greek god of war and son of Zeus and Hera? The answer is Ares. Today's trivia question is, what is Hercules' Greek name? Come back tomorrow to find out the correct answer.
Today for lunch we'll be having boneless chicken bites, and tomorrow we'll be having nachos. Mariners, don't forget to fuel up with both breakfast and lunch at Champs Cafe. Both breakfast and lunch are free to all students on campus.
Teachers, at this time, please check for dress code and ID badges and send any students to the office that have been dress coded or forgot their ID badges.
Students, at this time, please make sure your phones and any smart devices are powered off and placed away in your backpacks.
That's all for this edition of Mariner TV, your Mariner news station. I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Lincoln.
And Mariners, remember, life's storm proved the strength of our anchor. You're the captain of your ship and the master of your fate. See you next time.